In this lecture, we're going to talk about how to see the big picture as a leader. Leaders have the ability to stand back and see the big picture, while followers get caught up in the day-to-day activities like sending emails, completing reports, and attending meetings. In fact, the ability to think about the future and develop long-term perspective was determined to be the most accurate singular predictor of upward social and economic mobility in America, according to a study conducted by Dr. Edward Banfield of Harvard University. You need to develop the ability to fix your eyes on the horizon and see greater possibilities. But how do you get started? The first step is throwing out all thoughts of self-delusion. Don't trust to luck or hope for miracles, and pray for exceptions to basic business principles. Don't expect rewards without working, or hope that problems will go away by themselves. You're not going to increase your bottom line or grow your company by wishing for it. As they say, hope is not a strategy. You need to see things exactly as they are and get the facts, whatever they are. So instead, fill your head with visions of how your company can improve realistically. Leaders can see into the future. They are absolutely clear about what it is they want to accomplish and what it will look like. They have the ability to articulate this big picture into the minds and hearts of others. Remember, people cannot hit a target they cannot see. So the next step is to make time to think about the big picture. It may appear time-consuming, but start blocking off a regular time in your calendar to brainstorm and clarify your goals and objectives. Think about where you see your organization in a year, 5 years, 10 years. The longer you spend, the more effective you'll be when it comes to implementing your ideas. Part of being a big picture thinker is asking how. For example, if you want sales to be higher and more profitable, you ask yourself, how can you help sales to get there? Maybe the solution is to establish a mentorship program. Well, how are you going to do that? So continue breaking down your big picture thinking into smaller and smaller actionable steps until you have one or two things you can do immediately at that moment. Lastly, another important part of being a big picture thinker is also asking why. When you start doing the day-to-day activities to move towards your big goals, be sure to take a step back and ask yourself, why did you choose that specific goal? Why is this goal important to you? This is something you can think more about in your future brainstorming session, since you've already scheduled the time on your calendar. But your job is to choose which goal is more important and which goal is less important, and then to focus on the goal that is more important. Nietzsche said, anyone can bear any what if they have a big enough why. This will help remind you why you set out to achieve a goal in the first place. If you set a goal to boost your revenue, ask yourself why. Is it to grow your staff? Is it to get bigger clients? Is it to fund a new project? You must always be able to answer the question why as a big picture thinker. Now, pause for a moment because we're going to do a quick exercise to close out this lecture and to help you create time. First, get out your calendar or phone and block off regular time each week to brainstorm on your big picture. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to do this right now. Next, set a timer on your phone or computer. Take 10 minutes to brainstorm your goals for this year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. Remember, this is just the start of your brainstorming. You'll have the opportunity to flesh this out in more detail in future brainstorming sessions. Finally, set your timer again for 10 minutes. This time, you'll be breaking down your big picture 1 year, 5 year, and 10-year goals into specific goals and action items. Jot down actionable items, people you need to talk to, protocols you need to implement, and training that needs to happen. Perhaps set dates and deadlines as well. Try to come up with 3 items for each larger goal. The key to this exercise is consistency. It only takes 20 minutes of your time each week. So commit to doing it each week, and you'll begin to see your goals become more and more clear, and ultimately find success in completing them.